And hello. Hello, everyone. Hi, YouTube. Hi, saltines, my saltines. I'm the main salt. You are my saltines. I mean, you may be as salty as I am. I don't know. Well, I know some of you are, but hello, welcome. I will try to take my hands off the desk so it's not bumping around. Um, it's Monday when I'm filming this. Hope you guys had a nice weekend. My hair is making me look like a clown. I feel like Bozo a little bit. I feel like Bozo the clown. I don't have anything to pin it back. Otherwise, I would pin it back. So, if you're not aware, I am in the process of trying to get some nice hair for my daughter's wedding. And it's it's a process. So, I'm letting all the black grow out. Obviously, I have gray and I'm having it all bleached. I don't know what it's gonna end up looking like, but, we'll see. We shall see. Do you wanna that was me wheezing, sorry. I am wheezing a little bit today. Do you wanna hear something funny before we start talking about murders and criminals? I was thinking about my hair looking like Bozo the Clown, and it reminded me of a hilarious situation that happened, like 20 years ago. My daughter Sarah had, some friends from school, and we were over at her friend's house one day in the afternoon after school. Jonathan was probably just born. And is why is my phone God, I sometimes hate technology, sorry. Um so Jonathan was real tiny, and Ben and Sarah were off playing with the other kids and stuff. And my friend, she's, New York Italian, if you know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying there. You kn you know certain kind of people from New York, can I just say it? Mafioso, okay? Just some relation to the mafia. Very entertaining family, very entertaining some of the things they would do. Illegal? I don't know, but anyway, hilarious. So, my friend and I were sitting in her living room, and she's like, "Oh, Vito's calling. Hold on." It's her husband, Vito. And so Vito, um, calls, she answers, she picks up the phone, and she puts him on speaker, and he's like, Lena, oh my God, I'm driving down the 101, and there's a car accident." And I'm listening, and we're like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" He's like, "I'm okay, but I just saw Cuckoo." We're like, "Cuckoo the clown? He was the one in the car accident?" And he's like, "Yeah, he still had on his nose and shoes, but they were putting him in an ambulance." Oh my God, the visual of that still makes me laugh 20 years later, of Bobo the clown with his nose still on and his big red shoes in the on the stretcher being put into the ambulance. It ends up he's fine. He survived that. Nothing major, but I have never laughed so hard in my life. Poor Bobo. We all knew Bobo the clown. It was Bobo, and then there was another clown called Dottie. So I don't know, maybe because I worked in education, whatever. Anyway, that was funny. So hope it made you laugh a little bit. We need some laughter. I know I do. Life is too serious. And yeah. Anyway, all right. Well, hi, I'm Audrey. I'm a psychic. I'm wacky. I'm salty. And we're going to talk about some bad girls, some girls gone rogue, girls gone mental, girls gone to jail. That's what girls are at. So I just want to briefly touch on a few of these people. Lori Daybell, Ruby Frankie, Tiffany Lucas, and Becky Hill. Okay. So where am I at on time? All right. Because I don't have a gazillion things to talk about on each, just a tidbit on each of these cases. So for Lori Vallow, She was moved from Idaho to Arizona to go on trial for the death of her husband, Charles Vallow. I think that was her 3rd husband. I think that was her 3rd husband. Um, so if you're not familiar with the case, it's the doomsday mom marrying this cult leader, Chad Daybell. They kill everyone around them basically one by one. They killed the ex-husband. They killed both of her kids. They killed Chad's wife. Do I have to say allegedly? Because at this point, I feel like we know that he killed Tammy, the wife, and Charles. Okay, so the thing is, she's already been sentenced for the kids' murders. The thing with Charles, it's so awful. Have you seen the videos? Have you seen the videos of Charles just getting home to Arizona from Texas? I think he ended up moving to Texas and he was coming back to Arizona for the weekend or whatever. But the guy's like, my wife said she's going to kill me. It's all on police recording on the body cam. And he's like, she says I'm possessed by somebody and I have a different name and that she's going to kill me today or tomorrow. This guy is telling the police all of these things that Lori said to him. She even told him, I'm going to kill you. Okay. So just be expecting that. Wacky, wacky, awful. And yeah, they do kill him. Alex killed him, Lori's brother, who's also dead, by the way. Um, I believe he was murdered. To me, it's clear as day that Alex Cox was murdered as well. But for Charles, why isn't Lori getting murder one? First degree murder with the death penalty. She is not getting the highest worst case scenario. But why? What happened? Charles was lured to the house. He was lured into a confrontation with Alex, and Alex ended up shooting him. And Alex didn't just shoot him once while Charles was standing up. He was shot again as he lay dying on the floor in Lori's rental property. That was discovered later because there was a bullet gone through the floor, through Charles and into the floor. So that's not self-defense. If you're shooting someone who's laying down and can't get up because they've just been shot, no, at that point it's not self-defense. So we know Alex Cox has had problems. He's dead, but um I mean, do we want Lori to face the death penalty? We want Lori to face what she's due. Again, for the victims. And that's my humanness coming out. Spirits have never told me, "Oh, um, just kill him. Just kill him. That's the best thing to do." Never has a spirit told me that to go for or encourage death as a penalty. So when I talk about the death penalty and wanting someone to get the death penalty, it's like, but you're a psychic, Audrey. You talk to dead people. How can you say you want someone to get the death penalty? And as much anger and hate I may have for the criminal, a lot of times it's like I don't want them to get the death penalty because I don't want them on the other side with the victims. Even though at that point all is well and there's no fighting or arguing on the other side, it's just this weird thing I have. Like with Fotis Dulos. I was so upset when Fotis died, not that he didn't deserve it, but I didn't want him near Jennifer. I didn't want him near his wife that he killed. So, anyway, it looks like Lori is not going to be on the table for a death penalty situation, so we'll see. Um, Ruby Frankie is in the news the last few days, and she was in court this morning. She pled guilty to 4 counts. They dropped 2 of the counts, so they she's moving forward with counts 1, 3, 5, and 6. So 2 and 4 have been dropped. So, I believe that's in relation to the 4 kids and versus 2 adults. So she's not being charged with child abuse on 2 adults, which are her 2 older children, but the younger 4 is what she's going to be facing. So, 4 counts of aggravated, I have my notes over here, aggravated child abuse, um, consecutive years. So she's not gonna be, paying the penalty at one time for 4 charges. So she can get anywhere from 1 to 15 years per count, and she's got 4 counts. Will she get the maximum of, what is that, 60 years total? I don't think so. 1, she's white. Uh, she didn't I mean, this isn't a death penalty case. This isn't a murder case. This is child abuse, on her own children, and she is going to testify against her partner, Jody Hildebrandt, which is interesting, and I would love to see the look on Jody Hildebrandt's face when she found out her partner is going to testify against her. What would that look like? I would love to see that. And, um, is is Ruby Frankie one of those weak people, like we've seen many times, who is taken over, if you will, by a stronger human force? Because, and I'm asking. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. But, Jody Hildebrandt, in my opinion, is very much a cultist. She is very much in, a position where she's trying to control the narrative, not only of her life, but of, in this case, Ruby, by separating Ruby from her children and Ruby's husband out of the picture. But it's like, why? Why hurt the kids? I mean, why? I don't understand. I mean, it's one thing to be a feminist, it's one thing to even hate men, but what the hell is this? What is this that she's done? She's like the devil, this woman. She's torturing children? I mean, what kind of sick human being does that? What is wrong with her? Does she have anything wrong with her? Is she a bad seed? Was she abused as in her younger years? I don't have any information on that psychically today. And it's like, does God really put these kind of sick people on the planet on purpose? Hitler, that's all I'm going to say. Hitler. Yes, these people were intended on being born. These people were, intended on living their life the way they have been, and, it's bad, it's awful. That's why I say sometimes I really feel like we're living in hell. This is hell, this is torture, really, 'cause, believe me, it's not like that on the other side, and anytime I have the opportunity to be channeling someone's loved one, and they kind of take me in their wings, so to speak, if you can imagine that. I mean, these spirits that come in don't have wings like feathers, they're energy, so they don't physically take me away. But okay, here comes somebody. Somebody's coming in now. But the spirits protect me and comfort me and take me to the other side for a split second. And I will tell you, that is the most incredible feeling. And I can see why people who have had near death experiences, and maybe actually died for a few seconds or a couple minutes, when they're dead and they're on the other side, they're like, I don't need to go back. I don't want to go back. I'm sorry. I'll go ahead and just stay here now. Yeah, that sucks. I just got shot or hit by a car or whatever, but I feel good on this side. So I think I'll go ahead and stay, and then the universe is like, well, it's not your time yet. Sorry, get back. And the person wakes up and they're like, oh, why, why am I still here? Kind of thing. So life is unusual. Life is unpredictable in so many ways. So many people are dealing with things in their life that they never thought they would have to. And that includes me. We all have something. We know that. Let me talk about Miss Becky real quick. This is to do in relation to the Murdaugh crimes, murders, and blue white collar crimes. Miss Becky, the court clerk who's been accused of witness tampering and jury tampering, not witness, but jury tampering, Audrey, geez. Um, Miss Becky denies absolutely every single thing that she's been accused of. She is saying she did not take money from anyone. She is saying that she did not try and talk any of the jury members into voting to convict Alec Murdaugh. She is saying she did not get one of the jurors kicked off. That has nothing to do with her, she claims. And her lawyer or representative is just, putting her on a pedestal and saying, look, this is everything Miss Becky has done for South Carolina. She done a lot. Okay. She's a, Christian woman. She volunteers. That's great. And we should all volunteer in some capacity for our community in some way, even if it's just donating to your local shelter some food or some clothing. That's good too. You can't do good deeds and then be a criminal at the same time. It doesn't cross each other out. You don't get points for doing things and then take away points when you're a criminal and you've done something. It doesn't work that way. All it does is damage your entire reputation, and all the good works you did do were done for nothing. So don't do good works if it's not for real. Don't do it to look good. Don't do it so people say, "Oh, you're so sweet. Oh my god, I just love you. Thank you so much for everything you do." Wrong reason. Wrong reason to help people. A true servant doesn't need recognition. Yes, we should recognize them, but you don't do it for recognition. So, we'll see what happens with Miss Becky, but she has left her job as court clerk. She's doing some other jobs still, in that industry, um, but, um, she's not innocent. She is not innocent, and I don't know, so I'm so itchy today right here. I get this dry spot on both sides of my nose. Um, I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. This all happened because of the book she wrote, and some of the jurors were reading the book going, "Oh my god, this isn't right. This is what really happened," and they're telling their stories. Why would they do that? Why would the jury try and destroy someone's life on purpose? They wouldn't. They wouldn't. I don't think so at all. So I believe that the jurors who have come forward with these claims against Becky, and I'm sorry, if you've cashed a check, you've cashed a check. It's that's proof that you've taken the money. Becky was giving, um, tours through the courthouse and stuff, for money. I don't understand that at all. So we'll see what happens with Miss Becky. All right, the last one I wanna talk about is Tiffany Lucas. This is that awful case of the young woman in Kentucky who shot her 2 young boys in the head. Darling little boys. Even if they weren't darling, it's still equally as awful. She pled not guilty. She shot them and went and laid outside on the driveway of her neighbor next door saying, "My kids are dead. My kids are dead. Help me, help me, help me." She pled not guilty, though. She has a status hearing in January, and her ex-boyfriend's partner came on and was talking about Tiffany and her personality and stuff, and she said there were a lot of drugs involved. Everything you saw on social media was fake. Everything, all those pictures with her and the boys were just in that moment. This isn't really the kind of person she is. She said the real Tiffany is the nonchalant, "What are you bothering me for?" kind of attitude woman we see in the courtroom with her orange jumpsuit on talking to the judge. That's the real Tiffany, apparently. Now, I said in the beginning, this was not drug related. So then we find out, well, she's done a shit ton of drugs, and she's an escort. I don't care. The girl's an escort. Good for you. I mean, you do what you got to do. You got to hustle, right? Everyone has their own way of hustling. So I said it's not drug related, and I even though we found out Tiffany has a big drug habit, it's still not drug related. I'm sorry, I keep shaking the freaking table. It's still not because of the drugs. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with the girl. There's something that's been wrong with her for a long time, never addressed, which is probably why she started taking drugs in the first place to cope with whatever this is that she had to deal with, some trauma. Um, she's just not right in the head. She's just not. And being in jail, hopefully she will not get her hands on any drugs, which will hopefully lead to her getting the right help she needs in jail. Will she ever get out? Should she ever get out? My opinion, no. There's no reason for her to get out of jail, honestly. You can't rehabilitate everybody, okay? I'm sorry. I wish I could be more positive about these things, but it's just, you can't. Again, Hitler. Do you think Hitler could have been rehabilitated? What's the difference between his murdering mind and another murdering mind? It's just quantity, right? The quantity of murders. And I mean, obviously, not everyone's a Hitler, but do you know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense to you? Are you understanding what I'm trying to say? It's not you, it's me. I know that. I'm just trying to say. Um, no, 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 no. No, I don't think Tiffany should ever get out of jail, ever. And again, like I said, hopefully she can get some help to at least help her live a more realistic, true life than the one she had been living with um, a fake family. Her and her boys, not really being that family that she portrayed. And she probably really did want that to be her real life. Um, and it's a shame. It's a shame. I can't. I try to take myself to the place where when this happened with her and her boys inside the house where there was a misunderstanding. She was led astray. She says someone tricked her. She said, I don't know how a tricking turns into murdering your own children. Don't understand that at all. Um, so anyway, I hope she gets the help she needs, but she should not get out of jail ever. I would consider even some solitary confinement maybe for a little while until she can be well enough mentally to be around other people because I don't think she's well at all. So that's what I have for today. Nothing major, major, just some little tidbits. But like I've said before, it's only a matter of time before we hear about another case coming. And you know what? This is the world we live in. And yes, sometimes it's scary, but we got each other here. We got each other's backs. We protect each other. We look out for each other. We support each other on this channel. And I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you so much. And I'll talk to you soon. Definitely talk to you before Christmas. Jonathan stayed home today and probably tomorrow. He has a little bit of a runny nose. So I was hoping to do more videos, but I'm not sure what I can do because he's home sick. So anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Have a super great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. All right. Mwah. Ciao. Take care. Bye.